Shit! This is the last one? Looks like we're all out of options. Well, hurry up and bring him in. Okay, so, what did you say your name was again?
My name is Lockree, and I am here to become the undisputed winner of this new anime role you are casting!
Well, you've certainly got the spunk we're looking for. No doubt about that. So, Lockree, are you aware of the nature of this role that we're trying to fill? We'd like to make sure there's full transparency with all of our interviewees, especially since we've had some challenges in finding someone willing to commit to the role fully.
I am willing to accept any challenge. The nature of my role matters not.
Well, we're gonna brief you on it anyways. Like I said, full transparency and all that. You ready?
Yes, sir. As I said before, I am ready and willing to take on any challenge.
That's gonna get annoying quick. But anyway, so the story takes place in a world of ninjas that possess superhuman, magical, and even godlike powers. And you can't use any of them.
So I'm but a humble and innocent civilian in this story. Got it.
No, you're actually gonna be one of the main characters for a while. We're gonna need you to get in there and get your hands dirty more than a few times.
I am
Ready and willing to face any challenge we throw at you. Got it. You got your point across.
May I ask a question, sir?
Of course. I'm willing to answer anything you're curious about.
You mentioned earlier that you would need me to engage in multiple altercations with some very strong opponents. With what kind of powers exactly?
Breathe fire, energy beams, and one guy is actually gonna drop a whole-ass meteor on your head, just to name a few.
So I assume that I'm going to be provided with a really cool weapon of some sort to stay competitive.
No. You're gonna be using your hands.
What? My fucking hands?
Like I said, full transparency.
How am I gonna be expected to compete? I mean, I gotta be the best one with my hands at least. Like by far, right?
Nah, we don't really expect you to compete. And if I'm being honest, you're gonna get bodied most of the time. And about that best with your hands part, you're not even top 5. And on top of that, you're gonna be born with no natural talent whatsoever. So you're gonna need to train about 10 times harder than everyone else in order to achieve the little bit of talent you do have, and you're still gonna get bodied. You'll have some pretty cool moments, though.
Y'all got me training to the bone every day. What moments could possibly make this worth it?
That's a valid concern. Here, I'll show you.
You mean to tell me that my best moment is me dropping some fucking weights?
They were really heavy weights. See, look at all that dust they kicked up.
So fucking what? I still got bodied.
But in the end, you were a huge inspiration to everyone else and everyone watching. So much of an inspiration, in fact, that you become a fan favorite in part 1 of the show. After the time skip, though, not so much.
The fuck do you mean not so much?
You're not really gonna have any more fights after that. Everyone's gonna get so strong that we'll have no choice but to phase you out of relevance.
You mean to tell me I'm not gonna get any fucking burn for the last 500 episodes of the show? Why the fuck not?
At this point in the story, we've milked the talentless, hard-working type into the ground. And now that we're in Shippuden now, there's only room for one of those characters. And that's your sensei.
Okay, I'm pretty impartial. I guess if he's a cooler character with better abilities, it would kind of make sense if he gets more fights than me, right?
No, I wouldn't say that. He's literally just a carbon copy of you. He can do all the same things as you, no more, no less. But we decided he'd be better suited to square up against the strongest character to close out the war arc. We made sure you were right there every step of the way, though.
Okay, that makes sense. There was over 200 episodes in this war arc, so clearly I was standing by saving my energy for something important.
Nah, we just need you to watch.
What? You don't even want me to assist him in the toughest fight of his life?
No, just watch. That's all we need from you.
So explain to me how the fuck do I go from a fan favorite and an inspiration to everyone in part 1 to an irrelevant character with less screen time than even 1010 in part 2? It just doesn't make any sense. At least tell me y'all restored me some honor in the last part, when we're all grown up and have kids. Is my son at least nice, or did y'all hoe him too?
Nah, your son's a bitch. But the good news is, we decided to accept you for the role. But first, we're gonna need to change your fit and get you a new haircut. There, now you're all ready to go. You ready to make an anime?